Everybody, I'm Grandmaster Ben Feingold. This is 5 Minutes with Ben, and I'm Ben. We're going to look at a game that, for me, was played today in the FIDE Women's World Championship. When I say we're going to look at the game, we're going to look at the last 4 or 5 moves of the game. Matches being played in China, so I can't watch the games live because I'm asleep. It starts like 2 or 3 in the morning, my time. So I find, I look at the game, the next day, or it's the same day. Anyway, white is Wenjun. She's the reigning world champion. She's playing Zhongyi. Zhongyi won the women's candidates in Toronto last year. And I was attending, so I saw her win. Anyway, Zhongyi made some mistakes, and it was a big fight, even though Wenjun has been clearly better or winning for 80% of the game. But Zhongyi fought hard, and they got this position where white is obviously winning. White has a bishop and a knight and a pawn for a rook. But I really like the way the game ended, and I wanted to show you guys that, in case you haven't seen the game. Okay, so Wenjun always retreated. She played knight at knight e3. Now her knight is defended twice, and she can move her queen to more squares. Also, her knight could try to go f6, start attacking the black king. Also defends g2, which is nice. Anyway, Zhongyi wants to trade all the pawns off, because if there's no pawns on the board, then probably a draw. So she played d6, hoping for trade of pawns. White's still winning, but it's probably more difficult. White has no reason to trade pawns. White can get a passed pawn, so white played c6. Zhongyi wanted to make sure that pawn never promoted, so she played rook a8. Wenjun improved her knight d5. And also threatening knight c7, forking the queen and rook. Knight f6 check looks good too. Okay, so Zhongyi played, I think, the most obvious move, rook c8, that blocks the pawn and stops the knight c7 fork. Wenjun now found a nice forced win, which I'm sure she saw now. I'm not going to ask you to pause the video, because I think it's just fun to look at it. I don't think people watching the video can figure out what Wenjun did here. Problem with finding a forced win for white is that any reasonable move wins. So we're just trying to win the quickest. And Wenjun won the quickest. She played queen d3 check. Now, black has 2 logical moves. Queen g6, which was not played. Then we trade queens and play knight e7 check and win the rook. So Zhongyi played king g8. And this was a nice finishing move. If you haven't seen the final position, I guess you could pause your video now. And I'm sure when Wenjun played queen d3 check, she saw this was the next move. She saw black would play king g8, then she would play this move, which forces resignation. Okay, she played knight e7 check. It's a brilliant move, and Zhongyi resigned. Obviously, frankly, the king and the rook are forked, so queen has to take. Queen g6 check, have to play king f8, then queen f5 check, and we attack king and the rook. Not only that, we're taking the rook with check, which doesn't matter, but it's nice to take a rook with check. So after knight e7 check, Zhongyi resigned, and for the first time in the match, the reigning champion is leading the match. She's ahead 3-2. So nice victory for Zhu Wenjun, a nice finishing touch. Hope you guys enjoyed that as much as Zhu Wenjun did. I'm Grandmaster Ben Feingold. This has been 5 Minutes with Ben. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.